Hi everyone. My name is Maria Ayazi Rodriguez. I'm the Vice President of Central Operations and Training. My team manages the day-to-day operations of HeartNet, so I'm so glad you found this interview today. We're sitting down with Shante Salazar, Chief Operating Officer at HeartShare, to learn a little bit more about Juneteenth and why rodeo. So Shante, if you can introduce yourself, tell me a little about your work at HeartShare and what we're doing here today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shantae Salazar. I am your Chief Operating Officer, and I'm really excited to talk about Juneteenth. I'm always talking about so much, but this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. I have been with HeartShare for almost 11 years now, and from the very beginning, I've been involved in equity inclusion work. I was the chair of the Race Equity Committee. I was also our Chief Equity Officer. And so this is a part of who I am, and I'm so happy to say that this is a part of who HeartShare is.
Thank you for that. So let's talk about Juneteenth. Why do you think Juneteenth is important to recognize at HeartShare?
So Juneteenth is so important to HeartShare, and we made the decision many, many years ago before it became a federal holiday to celebrate and recognize Juneteenth. Juneteenth is a celebration of freedom, and why it's so important to recognize the celebration of freedom is because we knew at the core that everyone was not free during, the 4th of July or other freedom celebrations, that in Texas there were still individuals who were not free, right? They were still considered slaves. In 1865, June 19th, those slaves were freed. And so this is a celebration not just for the folks who were freed in Texas. This is a celebration for a group of people, people who were marginalized, people who were enslaved, people who did not have the freedoms and liberties that many others had. And so we have to celebrate this. We have to celebrate just liberty and justice for all, not just some.
Yeah, thank you so much. So you mentioned Texas a couple of times, so I'm wondering if you could tell me a little bit why rodeo?
Oh yeah. So rodeo was a theme that the Culture Collective, which is actually our new race equity and diversity group at HeartShare. The Culture Collective is a group of individuals, employees who feel that diversity, equity, and inclusion is important in our organization. And so we sat down and we wanted to think about, like, what do we want to do for Juneteenth that is not just the same old what we've been doing in the past. And while we do want to celebrate Juneteenth and the essence of what it is, we felt that, one thing about Texas is that Texas is known for its cowboys, for its rodeos, and just an amazing culture of the amazing rodeo culture, right? And so we wanted to honor that culture. But the other piece of that is, and I've talked to colleagues and also folks in the Culture Collective, there is this feeling of being ostracized and left out of some of these cultural celebrations. And so rodeos, Black rodeos, were developed in Texas. And this symbolizes really strength and perseverance and resilience from individuals who were, again, marginalized, again, left out of a culture of celebration. And so they decided to create their own, which is so exciting. And it's another mark of liberation, right? And it's another mark of uplifting a culture and not allowing someone to say that you cannot be a part, and just saying, if I cannot, I will create my own. And so we're going to create our own rodeo, and we're going to celebrate the culture of Texas. We're going to celebrate liberation. We're going to celebrate being rising from just being left out.
I love it. So what do you think people can expect from this event? What are you most looking forward to? Why should people be excited about this?
Why should people be excited? That's a great question. People should be excited because it's always a good time to get together with your colleagues in celebration. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is invited. It's not only your colleagues, but our individuals and clients that we serve will be invited as well. And it's an opportunity to celebrate freedom. It's an opportunity to listen to amazing music for the culture. It's an opportunity to really learn and understand a little bit more about rodeo culture, and also learn a little bit more about Juneteenth and why it's important at HeartShare.
Awesome. What impact do you think, or do you hope this event will have on our community, on the community?
Well, I hope the community will continue to be curious and continue to do their own research and just look into other ways to celebrate the holiday. I hope that this will make the community closer because we'll learn more about one another. And one thing that's important to us is cultural responsiveness. And so when you come to events like this, you understand and you learn a little bit more about others' culture and you're able to be responsive, right? You're able to work with them differently, to support them differently, understanding experiences of others.
Awesome. Thank you so
Great
much.
date.
So come on down to our Juneteenth event. It's going to be a lot of fun. June 17th at 66 Forum Place from 3 to 5 p.m. Bring your colleagues, bring your individuals, the people that we serve. And we hope to see you there.